Hey friends, good morning. Oh, it says is starting.
I just wanted to
Bye, Taylor.
I just want to spam your devotional.
Nice. All right, good morning, everyone. It's been quite a while since I've been in the cycle of weekly devotions, but with seminary come to an end and Jeff going out to plant the refuge, I'm back in for Monday mornings, and I'm excited about it. I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday mornings. I'm going to figure out how to use the new Facebook software. I don't currently see how to chat with you all. If there's a way, someone let me know. My plan today for the devotion is to do an activity that comes from readings I did in seminary and also from the theology pub book that we're doing this month. It's called The Cloud of Unknowing. And St. John of the Cross is the first writer to coin that term. And since then, mystics throughout the centuries have participated in this practice, and I have found it surprisingly meaningful on the occasions when I have done so. And so, first I'm going to talk a little bit about what it is, and then we're just going to spend some minutes in silence. And after we're done, I'll say a prayer, and we'll say our goodbyes. So, the idea behind the cloud of unknowing is that God is bigger than and beyond all our definitions. God is more than whatever we can conceive of. And so, to enter the cloud of unknowing, we make the choice to spend time in the presence of God, actively resisting any attempt to use words to interact with or describe God. And of course, the cloud of unknowing isn't the only way to relate to God. Worship is a fantastic experience when we use words, when we tell God, I love you, when we say, God, you are great, you're glorious, you're good, you're the creator, you're the king. But I have found there's some real meaning in focusing, rather than on the conversation between God and myself, there's some meaning in just focusing on the presence of God and being present to God. And I think a lot of what I experience when I do this is love. But for some for some reason, the attempt to not use words helps. I can't necessarily explain why. One of the recommendations that John of the Cross makes is if you do accidentally use a word, focus on unsaying it. So if I say, oh God, I really need help with blank, you know what, that's not what I'm doing right now. I want to take that back, and I want to just spend time and not even narrating that, right? It's a prayer practice that can feel a little peculiar at first, but I remember toward the tail end of COVID, I led a prayer training, and we tried quite a few different kinds of prayer. We had a real diverse group, and as we do at River Heights. And we did the Cloud of Unknowing as one of the practices, and I remember Charlie Bull, a friend of mine, at the tail end, said, when we did that, it felt like Jesus came right up and sat down on the log next to me. We were outside at the time. And so I think there's room for an active experience of God's presence when we participate in this. So I'm just going to invite you to spend 5 minutes with me in the presence of God, in the cloud of unknowing, and I hope that it is a blessing to you. I've got a timer here, and so I may open or close my eyes, and I just want to invite you to put yourself in a comfortable posture, to focus on the presence of God, and I'll use a few words as we begin. Excuse me. God, we want to make space for you to be who you are. We ask that you would help us to let go of all the ways that we might define you. We ask that you would just be with us right now as you are. Oh, wow. Time flies. Uh, okay, so unfortunately, I have not figured out how to see any comments that people are making. If there are people making comments, if so, I'm sorry I missed you, and I'll figure this out by next time. Gay will let me know, or something like that. I love you guys, and if this gave you an experience of God's presence, then I encourage you to just give it a try once in a while. And if not, then I encourage you to go back to praying and experiencing God's presence, however works best for you. Take care. I'll see you all next week, if not sooner.